Twitter is an incredibly powerful online news and social networking service. It's in a unique league of its own due to several features that set it apart from other social networking platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google+. Firstly, one of the main functions and uses of Twitter is as a news and events broadcasting channel. In many ways, it's more like a news ticker than a social networking platform, albeit a news ticker where you get to choose what news you want to hear about by choosing who you follow. In fact, it's become a must-have resource for news networks and journalists who want to stay in the know about anything newsworthy happening in their areas. Journalists make up almost 25% of all verified Twitter accounts. Secondly, Twitter is all about short burst broadcasts. All posts consist of tiny bite-sized messages called tweets of 140 characters or less, or some combination of video, images, and text. Users can broadcast and receive these messages via SMS, mobile app, and Twitter website interface. Interaction with these posts can take the form of replies, likes, and retweets, with the latter being the ultimate sign of a successful tweet. For businesses and organizations, Twitter is used not only as a place to network and broadcast news, but also as a way to keep audiences updated about content published elsewhere. For example, some businesses primarily use Twitter as the "hey look" step in their content marketing plan, in which they simply tweet every time they publish a new blog post on their website or a new video to their YouTube channel. Bottom line, Twitter is a powerful, short and sweet social broadcasting platform that can play a very significant and positive role in any business's online marketing strategy. Why advertise on Twitter? Advertising on Twitter could be one of the most impactful decisions you make in your business's online marketing strategy. Why? Because of the sheer numbers, for starters. There are well over 300 million active users on Twitter. Yep, you heard that right. And that's nothing compared to the total created accounts, which is sitting at over 1.3 billion. Yes, billion with a B. Of that gargantuan amount, around half, 550 million, actually ever tweet, and another 500 million visit the site each month to read tweets and news without logging into their accounts. 1/3 of all US social media users are on Twitter, and 80% of active users access the site via mobile. These days, anyone who is anyone is on Twitter, including over 80% of the world's leaders. So that's all well and good from a purely personal perspective. Clearly the numbers are there. But what about business? Why should you market and advertise on Twitter? Well, if it's any indication, 65.8% of US businesses with 100+ employees are marketing on Twitter. 58% of the world's top brands have built and maintained enormous Twitter followings of 100,000 or more. And how active are all these businesses on Twitter? 92% of them tweet more than once per day. Nearly half of them, 42%, tweet up to 5 times per day. And 20% of them go crazy and tweet up to 10 times each day. Yeah, there's a good bet these companies have a very good reason for putting so much marketing energy into Twitter. So the businesses and companies are clearly on board. But what do consumers think? Well, the average Twitter user follows 5 companies, and 80% of them have mentioned a brand or business in a tweet. 54% of consumers on Twitter reported they've taken action in response to seeing brands mentioned in tweets. For example, retweeting, going to the brand's website, or searching for the brand, and so on. To finally drive the point home, Twitter revealed in 2016 that total paid ad engagements had grown a whopping 208% year-on-year. Yikes. So, to conclude, the question clearly isn't whether or not you should be advertising on Twitter. The question is, what are you waiting for?